Welcome back to the Soil of Iowa show, everybody. I'm very happy to have a new guest on this show. So, question one, what is your name and how did you get involved with the community and Special Olympics?
Well, my name is Greg Terhune. I am the Director of Sports for Special Olympics Hawaii, and I've always just been involved in sports and in recreation. And then prior to this job, I was a high school athletic director and just kind of got tired of the high school world and sports in that setting. So decided to take a look around and found this opportunity. And it is fantastic because I get to still offer sports and recreation to the community and just do so in a very meaningful way.
Do you love do you love Special Olympics? I mean, sorry, I guess a follow-up question. Do you love sort of, I guess, sort of helping athletes sort of with when it comes to like helping athletes when it comes to sport and stuff?
Oh, I love it. I've always loved sports and I love what sports does for everyone of all ages and abilities. And yeah, I love what this program is and what this program has and what we offer our athletes and seeing them compete and giving that opportunity to a group of individuals who often doesn't get the opportunity that they deserve and to do that for them is really special. I do love it.
That's so cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Question two, is what is what is part of your favorite part about Special Olympics?
Obviously, my favorite part of Special Olympics is obviously the competitions, and that's what we work all year round to do is
Mhm.
to put together those opportunities for the athletes. And so seeing the athletes compete and seeing the athletes receive their medals and just seeing them come together as a group and rekindling friendships with old friends. But I also love seeing the volunteers. We have thousands and thousands of volunteers that come in to make our program happen and seeing the joy on the volunteers' faces when they get to work with our athletes and they get to present them with medals and uh, they get to work side by side with the athletes. Seeing their excitement and their joy is fantastic as well.
Nice, nice. I guess that kind of rolls in the question for you a little bit, but what advice would you give for somebody who wants to get involved or volunteer?
My advice for somebody who wants to get involved is just to contact their local program and look up Special Olympics, whatever state you're in Oregon, I'm in Hawaii. Contact the office and find out how you can do it. A lot of people hesitate to volunteer because they think I don't know anything about sports or I'm not a sports person, so I can't volunteer. But it takes so many volunteers to make this happen. We have special ops volunteers who are all behind the scenes setting up tents and moving ice chests and refilling water to people who are working the hospitality tent and they're passing out food and they're grilling for our athletes, people who are working the merchandise tents, and then people who are just greeters and runners that help the athletes back and forth. For instance, at a track and field meet. So there is a job for everybody. Don't hesitate to contact the local office and find out how to do that because there's always a need and there's always a job for everybody.
And obviously, volunteers are very important, obviously. But as somebody from the inside, can you tell the viewers how basically volunteers kind of help keep sort of Special Olympics running, I guess?
Volunteers are everything for us. We are a small program. We're a small state. There's only 12 or 13 of us that work full time for the state of Hawaii. And then we have part-time area directors. And there's no way that we could do this without volunteers. So they are the lifeblood of what we do. They set everything up. So when our athletes show up on competition day, the tents are set up and the coolers are out and the field is set up and the field is lined properly for their, soccer or softball, whatever games they're playing. And they know where to go because the signs are out. So it's imperative to have the athlete or the volunteers here for the athletes. So it's we definitely could not do this without them.
Yeah, same here. We couldn't, yeah, like I said, the volunteer is very important to us too. What advice would you, I guess, give to an athlete wanting to sign up?
Don't be afraid to try something new and to try a different sport. You never know what you're going to like. You never know what you're going to enjoy and be good at. And Special Olympics is fantastic because of the divisioning that we do. So everybody has a chance to compete against athletes of their similar ability. And so a lot of our athletes, they say, well, I'm not that fast, so I'm not going to run track. And we've got track events for you to do. And it's the beauty of Special Olympics is it's not always about the result. It's about
Mhm.
the competition and being together and just representing yourself, representing your family, representing your community, your high school, your delegation, whatever it is to be. So my advice to the athletes is just to try something new. And if if you try swimming this year and you don't like it, you can try track and field next year and you can try bocce ball. And we've got team sports, we've got individual sports, so there's something for everybody.
Kind of like you said, kind of like whatever you want, even if you just want to make friends. We have Special Olympics obviously has it for you, obviously. Um, obviously kind of like personal question a little bit. What is sort of your favorite sport? Like obviously you personally, what is your favorite sport?
Personally, I love baseball. I am a baseball fan. I watch baseball and I know that it can be boring for other people to watch.
Mhm.
It's a slow moving game, but it's everything happens for a reason and every person has to do the right thing at the right time. So I love baseball. I am learning to love soccer. I have a 12-year-old son who is plays club soccer, and so I'm learning to enjoy soccer, and he's showing me all the videos of the greats, and I'm trying to learn that.
Nice, nice. Um, so how so obviously we talked about this a little bit, but to go back to it a little bit, when did you first find out about how did you get kind of in, I know we talked about you got involved in Special Olympics, but um how how did you get a little bit involved in the disabilities community?
How did I personally get
Mhm.
involved with the disabilities? Through my involvement with Special Olympics, and I had never really been involved with the IDD community in the past. Obviously, I knew of Special Olympics and what they did and what they offered, but I grew up working and participating at the YMCA in their youth sports, and I went to college to study recreation management. So I knew I always wanted to do that type of programming for the community, and I've done it for youth, I've done it for adult, and then like I said, I was a high school athletic director. So when I moved on from there, it just this was a perfect fit for me. But I had never worked with this community prior to my time with Special Olympics. But I've been here about a year and a half, and I have loved it. I've never looked back, and made this decision to come over here, and it's been fantastic. I've made a lot of great friends.
Nice, nice. Yeah, obviously thank you for helping out obviously in your
Yeah.
service. So I'm kind of running out of questions here. So
No, no problem.
thank you so much for joining the show and being part of the Soil of Iowa show. So thank you for what you
Yeah.
do. So
I very much appreciate it. I have a couple questions for you if I
yeah,
could.
yeah.
So one of the things that we want our athletes to do is I want them to get into kind of what you're doing, a YouTube channel or a podcast. So you asked me for advice. So what advice would you have for athletes who want to to get into this type of thing, this digital media?
So I would just say go for it. It obviously I had providers to help me with this back here at home. So I'll just say go for it. It's if you want to do social media, you just got to go for it. It's not going to be easy, obviously. It's gonna take time, but if you just put the effort in, and just be yourself, it will work out totally fine.
Excellent. And what events are you doing?
Oh,
I was
so
watching what you invited me to do this, so I did a little research and I watched some of your videos and I saw you training for some swimming, doing
oh
some
yeah, I
flip
do
turns.
swimming. My providers helps me with flip touring, so I do swimming, powerlifting. I do swimming, powerlifting, and swimming.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Well, see, you can see right behind me, we actually just finished our brand new fitness center, and we are welcoming our athletes to come out and join us here at our facility in Eva Beach, Hawaii. So we've got 3 powerlifting platforms, and we've got some free weights and dumbbells and kettlebells, all for our athletes to train. So if you ever want to come out here and do some powerlifting training, we are happy to have you out in Hawaii, and we've got a spot just for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today.
It is my pleasure anytime. And we'd love to have you out here in Hawaii for our games.
Me too. All right, bye.
All right. All right. Take care.